This is a story of a 25-year-old teacher, a driver, and their full story. S.T Hwang, who became a teacher at 25 years old, lived in a town that was sparsely populated, and being so remote, lacked modern means of communication. The wolves howled every night. He was unable to endure the isolation, having lived there for 1 year. S.T Hwang reaches the departure point of the town. He sighs and puts down his bags. He looks around, spots a cart, and begins to near the driver. Before Huang reaches the driver, another traveler suddenly barges in and goes up to the driver.
Hey, could you take me to the nearest railroad? I have to hurry.
Okay, hold on.
The driver picks up the traveler's bags and loads them into the cart. S.T Wang only stared dumbfounded watching them leave.
I'm in a hurry too.
S.T Wang sighs, sits, and stares blankly with a look of despair. Suddenly, a boy approaches S.T Wang. The boy looks at the man with pity and speaks with a whisper.
Excuse me, sir. All the carts have gone up to the counter districts.
S.T Huang ignores the boy, and a few moments of silence pass.
Sir, why not come inside for a rest? There may be a donkey cart somewhere else in the town. I'll try to find one for you.
I know you. You're from the Muslim restaurant. Alright, take my luggage.
The boy nods and picks up S.T Wang's bags.
S.T Huang sits on a table facing the road and calmly orders a small pot of wine and a dish mutton.
Waitress, a small pot of wine and some mutton, please.
Okay, sir. I'll be right back.
The waiter walks away and S.T Wang is left looking around. At the corner of his eye, he spots the boy and the owner talking at the back.
What's the problem? Ma'am, this man needs to get to the railhead soon. I promised him we could help him find a donkey cart.
The owner observes S.T Wang and turns to the boy with a reassuring smile. The owner walks her way over to S.T Wang.
S.T Wang sips a bit of wine and later notices the owner.
How may I help you?
I've heard of your problem being stuck in here. Need help?
S.T Wang looks behind the innkeeper and sees the boy watching intently. Taking a breath, he faces the innkeeper.
It's already 4 o'clock. If I can find a transport before 5, my journey will be postponed.
Relax. I'll see what I can do. Dry weather like this is good for traveling at night.
The owner goes out and looks for a cart. Huang was left sitting quietly, hoping to spot a cart. And finally, the shouting of the boy outside the restaurant that business was good at the market. He quickly stands up and heads to the door. He sees Lin Ng talking to the owner. Lin Ng turns around and reveals his recognizable face. S.T Wang pauses and takes a glance at the owner. The driver was Lin Ng, an old man with the most unsavory reputation. The story goes that when he was young, he had been a member of a gang. They all have been wiped out by the law, but he escaped and returned to the town. He had taken the job of being a transport driver. Huang lightly clenches his fist and cautiously looks at the driver and the owner. S.T Huang waits patiently and looks over at the two. Lin Ng gazes back at him and walks to him, while S.T Wang grips his hands firmly.
I'll get you in time, sir. But we must start at once.
Is the weather suitable for the night journey?
Yes, boss. It is perfect. But you could always take another cart
There's
in the
no
morning.
need. I have to catch a train tonight.
Huang stands up and pays the bill. Lin Ng drags the luggage into the cart, and Huang discreetly picks up a large rock and reluctantly hops onto the cart.
We are ready to go now, sir. You can take a nap if you want.
No, I don't want to.
Yes, sir.
3 hours had passed, and they were traveling across a barren plain. The only signs of life were the occasional barking of the dogs as they passed near some habitations. The feeble shadow of the cart was cast by a single lamp at the front. Huang grips the large stone tightly. Lin Ng looks at the lamp, then the sky, then Huang.
Are you dozing off, sir?
No!
The cart slows down and Lin Ng notices, then whips the donkey. The donkey is unable to carry on. Lin Ng jumps down and walks to the rear of the cart.
Was this calculated?
I'd have to push from the back if you're gonna shout at the donkey.
Wait, shall I get down to make the cart lighter?
No, just stay there and help me.
I'd better get down for a while to stretch my legs.
Huang jumps down and watches Lin Ng push the cart. After it reaches the crest of the hill, they both return to their seats.
Thank you. You are very kind to help my donkey. He's almost as old as me, and he has not been doing short journeys around the town and has forgotten the hill.
S.T Hwang resumed his seat, and by then the night had grown even darker, the way more rugged. The wheels creaked and groaned as though in protest at the rough terrain. Lin Ng puts down his whip and fumbles with his waist. Huang notices and puts one leg on the seat, preparing to defend.
Would he attack me now?
Rustling, Lin Ng half turns and lights a match. Tobacco is lighted.
Want to smoke, sir?
Huang slowly returns to his seat. A few moments pass.
I have not been so far out of town for a long time. It seems very strange for me.
Yes, it's certainly strange.
You are a southerner, sir. I wonder if the south is very strange.
Well, things are strange in any part of the world.
Things are all strange under the sun, sir. Have you heard strange rumors about me in town?
Probably.
I have no long journeys for years because the townsfolk are afraid of me. They say I was a robber once.
Are there such rumors?
That's why I say the world is strange. Rumor is more vicious than an angry serpent. Once you're bitten by it, you seldom recover. When I was young and trying to earn a living, I later tried many jobs. I was a soldier for a while. Worked in a vineyard later, where I was so unhappy that I decided to return home. Just before I arrived, a large gang of robbers were arrested near the town. People suspected that I was a member of the gang that had escaped.
But how could they suspect you with no evidence?
Everyone has two lips. You can't stop them from saying bad things. Sir, you may have heard such rumors.
Vaguely.
Well, let me tell you the truth.
It was an evening such as this, and on the same road when I was taking a leather dealer to the station. He was as friendly as you, sir. He kept talking about the business situation while smoking one cigarette after another.
Business has been going good. I could even replace your seat here.
Thank you. We're halfway there.
Ice, Lina. You seem very tired.
Yes, I would be glad to go home early, but I have to take you to the nearest station.
Ah, I see.
Oh, what's that?
What's that? Ah! That's another cart!
I could ride that one then. to the another way to the station.
Lin Ng stops the cart. They both get down and approach the other cart. The other cart also stops. They went on to approach the neighboring cart.
Hello? Is anybody there?
Yes, it's me, Lapson.
You know him?
Ah! That's now Lutsun!
Lutsun, could you do me a favor? Could you take this merchant to the town? Because I'm tired.
And very exhausted. But we can split the money.
Sure, I would if I could, but I accidentally lost my whip and my lamp has run out of oil.
Ah, no worries. I have my own lamp and you can use mine.
Alright, sounds fair enough.
Thank you.
Lin Ng goes back to his cart and gets his whip and oil. He strides back over to Lotsun. Lin Ng gives Lotsun the whip and fills up the lamp.
Alright, we'll get going now.
The merchant gives Lin Ng the half fee and gets onto the cart.
Thank you for helping. See you.
You're welcome.
Lin Ng goes back to his cart and drives back. The next day, it was reported that the merchant had been found dead in the ditch below the road, and several people, knowing that he had been my passenger, I was arrested. So I was eventually released. I went to Lo Tsun and asked him what had happened. It was a horrible sight. They were ambushed by 3 robbers who demanded money. Of course, they were aiming for the merchant, as Lo Tsun was poor. What happened next was much more sinister. Lo Tsun ran away, but the merchant was clubbed to death. It was the time where I realized that I was being deceived. Lo Tsun was part of the botched robbery all along, and was a member of a gang.
Lotsun went on to say that as long as we remain poor, people would not suspect us of robbing the merchant. But then, in spite of my poverty, sir, no one believes me.
Huang stares in disturbance, and he loosens up his grip on a stone.
Hey, can you hand me over a cigarette?
Lin Ng gives S.T Hwang a cigarette. Huang lights it up. Then the cart crosses a date tree.
Look, sir, over there. That's the very spot where I handed over my passenger. The date tree grown up so
The
well.
date tree catches Huang's eyes.
Lin Ng, I believe you.
I can't really blame you for not doing so, sir. Once a rumor has begun, it's difficult to stop it.
They remained silent for a long time. The singular sound of the revolving wheels emphasized the loneliness of the autumn night. In northern China, the evenings are usually quiet.
Are you sleeping, sir? What time is it now?
No, I wasn't asleep. It's almost 9.
If my donkey was only more energetic. I'd be on my way now.
Huang scoots over to the side and cautiously drops the stone, and makes a sound which alerts Lina.
What was that? Did you drop something, sir?
No. Maybe it was a stone torn up by the wheels.
Lin Ng waved his whip and the cart advanced once again. They could see some lights in the distance. A locomotive whistle could be heard, and the teacher realized that his journey was almost over. Then they came to a halt.
Sir, if you please, tell your friends back in town that I am innocent. And sir, please tell my children that I love them. And please tell them that I'm innocent.
Hwang becomes curious and opens the rug.
What's this?
It's a gift for my children.
Don't worry. I promise you I'll tell them.
Shishi.
He made his farewell and began his mission to help the old man.
Your father wanted you to have this. I promise your father that I will give this to you. He also said that he really loved you. I know he was an honest man. May he be safe during his journeys.
Hwang made his goodbyes and he continued his journey and his mission to help the poor man.
Nabibiyak kayo na ito.
Guys, okay joke. Anong saba ang doorbell?
Ano naman?
Kagipis-lit na ako. 1 1
Nawa si Cristo. Amen. Will you marry me?
S.T Hwang pauses and takes a glance at the owner with an face.
Baby ba?
Ganyan pala. Gagawin mo ba, oy?
Bag man eh. 1,
Would you attack me now?
2, 3, go. Pwede ka attack mo na. Dili.
Oh, balik tayo.
Okay na to?
2 1 Go. What was that?
Story.
Tukar na pa ang pagka-tickboy ni Ben.
Gani eh.
Parkour! Ay, bata.
Parkour daw. Walang na tamoy.
Hoy!
Hoy!
Mga bata pa lang. Marami na kayong ginagawa. Maglaba. Magsampay. Magkain.
Parkour!
Contest, mga kabat. Okay. Ay, nakoy orange. Nanang si Dres, oh.
Dali bang?
S.T Hwang sees a bit of wine and later noticed the owner held every night. He was unable to endure the isolation having lived there for 1 year.
1 Go.